Dabilaro Ali says, Sengoku had to be livid seeing how much effort Mihawk put in Marineford. Yeah, dude, I've gone on rants on this enough times in my streams about how terrible of an investment the Shichibukai were on the world government's part. They get free reign to do absolutely everything. No Marines hunt them. They're free to just hunt and chase pirates as they want. They don't have to show up to meetings. God knows the world government calls meetings for the Shichibukai, expecting them not to show up. That's wild. Except for Kuma, who's their fucking mindless automated robot who basically has to show up because they control his brain. They're like, yeah, we'll call this meeting, but we know only our fucking robot's gonna show up. Oh, look at that. Doflamingo showed up and Mihawk showed up. Well, this is a win. We got 3 out of 7. That's amazing. In the meantime, these Shichibukai are off doing ridiculous things like trying to unearth ancient weapons and destroy the world, aka Crocodile, or enslaving, entire islands, Doflamingo. It's ridiculous. And their only job is to show up one time. One time over 20 years. They just have to show up once. Just one time. Just one time. To do what? To do the only thing that they were fucking created to do, which was fight a Yonko. And they don't even fucking do it. They just sit around and laugh about shit, and Mihawk swings his sword once, and then he cuts a tidal wave, and then he says, okay, well, now Shanks showed up, and I don't want to fight that Yonko. Bitch, you're supposed to fight every Yonko. You were signed up to fight all the Yonko. It wasn't in the contract that you get to pick and choose which Yonko. That defeats the entire purpose of the Shichibukai. So Mihawk's out. Boa Hancock, she not only does she not contribute to the war effort, she counteracts the war effort, literally turning Marines and pacifistas to stone and destroying them. You know how much pacifistas cost? A fucking battleship's worth. A single pacifista has the same cost as it takes to make a battleship. She's basically destroying God knows how many millions of berries of company property over the course of the Marineford War, and then she doesn't even quit. She's just like, I'm just gonna keep my job. Jinbei's not as bad as Mihawk. No, Jinbei's worse than Mihawk, because again, Jinbei's only job, the only thing he was signed up to do, what are you supposed to do when you're Shichibukai? You have to fight a Yonko. Yonko shows up, oh, I don't want to fight this Yonko. I'm sitting this one out. Bitch, you don't get to do that. The Shichibukai are such pieces of shit, it's crazy. The world government are fucking stupid as fuck. They signed up these 7 pirates. They're like, who came up with this idea? Someone was sitting in a room at some point and was just like, these pirates, they're really becoming a lot of trouble, especially these Yonko. And then some genius was like, oh yeah, I've got the best idea in the world. You know, the best thing to fight some pirates would be some other fucking pirates. And then somebody else in the room was probably like, wait, I don't know about the sound of that, right? Isn't the whole reason that we don't trust them and that we want to fight them is because they're pirates and, they're bad guys, so maybe we shouldn't just, put them on our side because that's the whole point is that we're trying to eradicate them? Why would we have pirates on our side? They're like, no, these pirates, they're going to work for us, man. They're going to be an invaluable asset come time to fight these Yonko. Just trust me. And so for 20 years, you've got these Shichibukai sitting around, biggest bums in the world, doing whatever the fuck they want, certainly not helping out the world government. And then, spoiler alert, when the Yonko show up, those pirates that we thought we shouldn't trust in the first place don't actually help us at all and actually fuck us way more than anything else. And then when the world government is like, they're so stressed about abolishing the Shichibukai system too. They're just like, oh fuck, can we really afford to abolish the Shichibukai system? Can you afford to abolish the Shichibukai system? You should have abolished it from the second week out that you established it. This has never been useful to you. It has only caused this world government pain and suffering and hardship. Blackbeard was a Shichibukai. Blackbeard was a Shichibukai. Maybe it's just because this is a late night stream, but now I'm really fucking thinking about it. Blackbeard was a Shichibukai. Do you? Oh my god, they're so dumb. You know what Blackbeard did? You guys remember what Blackbeard did? He signed up for Shichibukai for 1 week. He was a Shichibukai for 1 week just so that he could break open the world's worst prison, unleash all of the worst criminals in the world on the world, take Whitebeard's fruit. He orchestrated the whole Marineford War, so basically the worst war in pirate history. He caused World War II, essentially. And then he became a Yonko himself. So, the genius move of like creating this special group of protected pirates to fight the Yonko. Not only do they not fight the Yonko, they actually just work their way up to the ladder, betray the world government, and then go run off and become Yonko themselves. The SSG is definitely going to be more effective than the Shichibukai, because fucking like day one Kobe and Helmepo are more useful than the Shichibukai ever were. I've gone on rants on this enough times in my streams. Fizzy Ricksta91 says, why do you think Blackbeard wants Moria's devil fruit? I think it might be interesting. He might want it to get his zombie rocks. He might know where he is buried. That's a great idea. That's really cool. I think it'd be a tragedy, though, if Moria was killed, because Moria's not a bad guy. He just did his job as a Shichibukai. Let me say this in Moria's defense, all right? I look at the Marineford War. I see the Shichibukai. 5 pirates who have been given the ultimate luxury, right? Not 7. 5 showed up, right? 5 pirates given the ultimate luxury of being allowed to be pirates and literally do whatever the fuck they want on the seas. All they have to do is show up once in 20 years to fight the Yonko, right? And that's all they have to do. You know who showed up to do work? You know who showed up to try? Moria. Only Moria. The only Shichibukai that's actually doing his job. Only Shichibukai that was actually trying during the war. Okay? He took it seriously. He was like, I'm going to try and take out Kiryu. I'm going to try and take out Jinbei. All right? He's actually putting in effort. He gets fucked up, right? He's not strong, but he's trying. He's doing his job. And what's messed up is that at the end of the war, he's the one Shichibukai that they're like, all right, we can do without him. Let's get rid of him. Think about that. How messed up is that? You look around your workplace, all the other employees are fucking dicking around, all right? They're just sitting at their desks. They've only been called in to do work one day in 2 decades. They're not doing shit. You're out there like actually trying to do all the paperwork, actually trying to like get the homework in on time or whatever. Like you're trying to do everything. You're covering for them. You're not doing a good job because you're not that smart. You're not the brightest in the office, but you're at least trying. And then who do they fire at the end of the day? You. It's ridiculous. You know, he's got the Florian Triangle down on lock. What's he supposed to do? Capture pirates that are heading towards the New World. He does it. He doesn't do that much bad. He just captures pirates. He doesn't even kill a lot of them. I think he just takes their shadows and sends them on their way. It's not that bad. It's so good. He's such a reasonable Shichibukai compared to everybody else. You know what Crocodile tried to do? Take over a country, unearth an ancient weapon, and declare war on the world. That's another guy on the payroll, right? But Moria's over there just holding on the Florian Triangle. It's absurd that they got rid of Moria. Makes no sense. Bitch, you don't get to do that.